Hey guys, Nate here with NuView Trust Company, and today we're going to talk about the 5 benefits of buying real estate inside your IRA or 401k. The number one benefit of buying real estate inside your IRA or 401k is that real estate is tangible. It's much different than owning a stock or a piece of a mutual fund inside of your IRA, because owning a stock is not necessarily tangible. If your IRA invests into Walmart stock or some business that's publicly traded and that company goes belly up, well, you're left with nothing. There's nothing to fall back on. There's no safety net with that type of investment. But if your IRA or 401k owns real estate is an asset you can drive by, you can touch it, you can feel it, it's tangible, it's not going anywhere. So a lot of people like to hold real estate inside of their retirement portfolio for the simple fact that it's tangible. Number 2, the second benefit to buying real estate inside of an IRA or 401k is that real estate often comes with multiple streams of income. What I mean by that is it's not like the stock market where you have to buy your stocks low and then sell them high. Real estate, you obviously want to buy it low and maybe sell it at the high point, or otherwise appreciation, you want your house to appreciate, but even if it doesn't appreciate, you still get rents. If it's a rental property, which it has to be when you're talking about your retirement asset, it has to be an investment, oftentimes your real estate assets are generating cash flow that's outside of just the appreciation of the asset. There's other things that also create cash flow. Some creative investors take the real estate that's owned inside of their IRA and flip it and seller finance it to an end buyer, which can generate income through a down payment and turning that asset or real estate into a note asset at that point. So real estate inside of an IRA gives you multiple streams of income that go back to your IRA tax deferred or completely tax free. The number 3 benefit to buying real estate inside of an IRA or 401k is that you pay absolutely no capital gains tax. There is no tax that you have to pay when you buy and sell real estate inside of an IRA or a 401k or a qualified plan. It's much different than when you buy real estate as an individual. In a lot of cases, if you're buying investment property as a person or through your own LLC, you still have to pay capital gains tax and tax on the rental income that's generated from that investment. The beauty part of investing inside of an IRA is that you don't have to pay that tax. All of the investment growth is either tax deferred or, in some cases, depending on the IRA, completely tax-free, and you can buy and sell as many investments as you want and pay no capital gains tax ever. The 4th benefit of buying real estate inside of an IRA or 401k is that it's a socially conscious investment. And what I mean by that is when you are investing your retirement, ask yourself the question, what else is my investments doing, either on a social level, on a community level, besides just giving your IRA or you a set of return? When you invest in a mutual fund, mutual funds are great, but it's a real passive way to invest. And for the most part, most Americans don't even know what's in the mutual funds they own in their retirement account. Ask the average American, what companies do you own in a mutual fund, and see how many people can tell you. Or if they can tell you the companies they own in a mutual fund, do they know the CEOs of those companies? Do they know if those companies are in line with their political or ethical intentions or on a moral level? Think about using your IRA or 401k to hold that investment instead of a stock. Well, now, if you invest in that property and you fix it up inside of your IRA, you're not only doing your IRA a service by making a good investment, but you're doing your community a good service by taking an ugly property and making it pretty, putting it back on the market, and providing the American dream to somebody. And the 5th benefit to owning real estate inside of an IRA or retirement plan is the ability to pass on tax-free wealth to your next generation. Think about this. Most people, 98% of Americans who have a retirement plan, are invested in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, CDs. When they pass and those IRAs turn into inherited IRAs that are either inherited by the spouse or inherited by the children or sometimes even grandchildren, how often do we see the beneficiaries hit sell and sell everything inside of that inherited IRA and take all the wealth out? It's very common, and it's easy to do when you own things like stock because they're very easy to sell, especially public stock. But when you own real estate inside of an IRA, and you pass, that real estate doesn't go anywhere. It just moves on into an inherited IRA to your beneficiaries. So it's a good way to preserve wealth because it's not easy to sell rental property outside of an IRA, so your beneficiaries might spend the cash flow that's generated from there, but the assets tend to stay in there because they're tangible assets. They can appreciate, they can continue to grow in a tax-free manner, not only for yourself, but for your beneficiaries as they reap the rewards of tax-free growth inside of their new inherited IRA. If this was helpful to you guys, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on Facebook. We go live with education almost on a daily basis, and we love to provide all investors really the true story of what's possible inside of an IRA and possible inside of a 401k. So check out our website, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Facebook for the latest education from NuView Trust.